Hello, dear YouTubers. So, today I decided to film a really complex subject. It's gonna take a lot out of me to present it. I still have a wet hair, so I'm very kind of enthusiastic about filming this. So I would love to start this with I'm still playing with my makeup. I just love it. I know it's overly makeup for the day, but I just love to be here and do this for myself. I remember times when I didn't have even energy to take a bath. And why I talk always about it? Because I just want to show you that even if everything fails, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And there were times when I was actually asking the creation of this universe, why did you create me if nothing goes my way? And I put a lot of action, why did you create me to suffer? Is that the meaning of this life, for me to not get anything and just suffer? And I call it was a spiritual challenge in which it should supposed to be that way, so nothing was going my way, and it was just against all the rules. How is that possible? So I was living in a poor state, and it was my challenge to experience the contrast, probably to be grateful for what I have. The different perspective I gained between my successes when I was 23 and at the top of having my business and all of the stuff, and today is there I felt like a rubber band. You know, when you do a rubber band and it just flashes back. So I just felt that I'm not that person who deserves all of that, even though I had all of it. So even the money, the respect and stuff like that. And this is not a video for people who want to create drama and look at this to just dispute what I say. This is for those people who think similar, and then we're kind of developing creativity around it, because I'm just sharing myself. I don't have an agenda. I have my personal story, and in these times I saw the we can use social platforms to do what most of the people do, just present beauty or something like that, or we can really present who we are and our individual journeys. We're going to be judged, especially at the beginning as a leaders, because I was so judged and I had some very stupid ideas here. I have to be honest. Maybe this video is going to be a stupid idea in 3 years, but I'm proud of that. I'm getting closer to the real thing because I have the results. So I'm just so all over the place right now because I'm so enthusiastic about this subject, but I'm just gonna flow. So I live from the state of flow today. That's the difference between the rubber band and today. Today, not any, and success does not touches me. I'm grounded. I'm at this level all the time. So something bad could happen, I know it's not me. Something good could happen and I know it's not me. So it's going through me, it's happening to me. It's something that is not like a victim happening to me, but just I'm observer of what is happening. So I don't feel like a rubber band when I have less or more. I don't identify myself with failure or success. I'm just being. I'm just being. And for those who maybe don't understand these concepts, it took me a lot of years of meditation to get to this place. So this was like a training, like a gym. You all know I go to the gym, I love gym, blah, blah, blah. It's consistent effort in a span of time. So I know people who meditate for 10, 12 years. I feel like a young child and my concepts are so young and just very immature still. I know that. But again, comparing to somebody who never did it, it's it's much more advanced, let's say like that. So I remember a time when I was afraid to even mention a word meditation on YouTube because I thought I'm gonna be judged. The same story was when I started to bodybuild. It was not in fashion. people were like not giving me compliments. So just to give you another perspective, so if you right now have an Instagram profile and a six-pack, can you imagine that you're the only one who has that, and people actually see you as a boy and see you as like somebody, you're gonna just get too much, you're okay right now but don't go further. So that's where I was. And then the second phase was like everybody started to be very defined, six-pack, and I went into the eating disorder. So again, I was out of the like concepts, even though I was for sure like, wow, how do you look, you look amazing. Everybody was like, I was like identifying myself with my body and my success. So when I lost it, when I lost that respect, and I didn't even know that I started to develop eating disorder out of like a lot of dieting and manipulation around my body, which is not so natural. I'm coming from a place, I work with like, my friends are bodybuilders, they're competing today. I work with like trainers who are also like preparing competitors for the competition. So I know what's happening behind the scenes. Those people who I work with think really healthy in a psychological way too. Don't put people in extremes unless that's my goal. So if that's my goal, they're gonna do me that type of nutritional plan. But if I don't want to do it, they can't make me, and they will not make me. They're smart business people, let's say like that, and a very good people. So they're just going to make me a nutrition plan for a normal person, because today I look more normal. I mean, I may have something like a six-pack, but trust me, that's nothing like, I don't have a like low like body fat. Maybe my muscles are bigger, so they're just more seen through body. But just to let you know, I used to have really low body fat. I know that I'm just like fat comparing to that. But I actually changed my perception of how I see myself, because that was the cure of my eating disorder. Not so much stop eating, because my eating behavior was motivated by me wanting to be in that frame. So I wanted to be in that frame, and my body was fighting it. So everybody who are for years in fitness know what I'm talking about. Maybe just the people who just started, these ideas are like very abstract to them. And that's okay, because people who are training 25 years, I'm here like 10, these ideas that I have, like, cool girl, I survive. I just remember what I was living 10 years ago. So I'm craving to learn from you guys. And I know that I don't know everything, and I'm very humble, and I always love to be in a room with people who know more. So I'm just sharing from the space where I come from. But I stopped waiting for me to be perfect. When I'm going to be 20 years training, there's going to be somebody who trains for 30 years or 40 years or something like that. And of course, sometime I'm going to be the one who is not right, who is not using the knowledges on the right way, but I'm just like trying to get the wisdom out of a little experience that I have, and we see that in the world very often. So what I wanted to demonstrate in this video is, like, I have a master's degree in programming, and I mean in programming computer science, so I can do anything related to programming and stuff like that. I would never give advice to a programmer or try to act smart, even though I have the diploma and I actually learned it for 5 years, because I don't know how to program. When somebody asks me which programming languages do you use, if you want to judge me right now, just do so. I have no problem. It's not my insecurity anymore, but it was. It was very hard to go to this place where I am and just be professional in something totally different. And I'm very good at that totally different thing, because I put 100% energy into that. And energy creates. I said I meditate. I really believe in energy. What we put energy into, we create. If we want to create more drama and failure and just like sadness, we're going to create it. I was a dramatical creator of a bad life. I didn't know that I was creating it. And that was the point. I could not blame myself also, because it was the first time. Now I kind of can sense when I'm doing it, so I can correct myself. So I would be guilty for doing that right now. But back then I couldn't. So please, wherever you are, just take responsibility. Yes, read some books, to take some mentors, take knowledge from psychology so you can self-suit yourself in your free time and don't depend on anybody. But still, don't be so harsh on you. I don't think like harshness ever does anything good. And I stay away from people who just try to attack me or are harsh. They have their own personal issues and they need to get over them, and there's no space. Their ego is so filled up that there's no space for anything else to go in, and it should not be. I was at that place a lot of times in my life, and that's okay. I mean, that's why I try to understand people. I just got attacked on like Instagram story which I put, and I got a lot of attacks before from people who are just in the field of like just ended colleges or psychology or something like that, because some ideas that I was sharing were not like very crystallized and I didn't have a result, but I had a good intentions even though I was producing not so good results. So you can have a good intention and produce a terrible result, and nobody should attack you. People who are very knowledgeable, they are gonna see that and they're gonna see when are you ready for a help. So they're not going to judge you or jump onto you. They're going to kindly tell you maybe when they have an opportunity. The people who attack are all people who don't know anything about the subject. So they just want to create drama and they just want to go around and work on other people instead of turning on themselves and looking what's with them that makes them be that way. So it's always easier not to read a book, not to find a mentor, not to find to pay $200 for a really good mentor, and even harder job of finding that good mentor, because like you're full of untrust when you just start to, you're very ignorant, you don't know who is a good personal trainer, like where shouldn't you go, and you're operating on your level. So anyone you hire, it's good because you're going to learn something, but this doesn't work, doesn't bring results, or does bring results. But always judge people when you pay them, are they bringing results? And always ask yourself, did I give my best and did I follow the plan? If you are taking somebody to mentor you and you're going to make your own plan, then don't take them, because you still have to like sort yourself. Then go with your plan. So I used to like instruct people in fitness industry, and maybe I'm going to do it in the future, maybe I won't, but I'm just fed of it, maybe just an excuse. But they used to go and I would give them instructions what to do, and I was a real example what I'm doing, and they would be doing by their own what they wanted. And I mean, those people for me are not serious. They don't want it so bad. Even they look like they want it so bad. I want it so bad. I want it. It's just words. So they're still comfortable where they are. And usually those kinds of people go around and preach and just tell others what to do. I'm so ashamed of advising a programmer how to program. I don't know. When somebody asks me which programming languages you know, I need to tell them I don't do programming. I don't know any. I mean, I forgot even what I learned on a college. I'm totally dedicated into sales, marketing, and psychology and like mental health. That's my thing. I mean, I enjoy doing that. I would do it for no reason, for no money. I would do it because actually I'm self-recovered. I mean, with help of a lot of people. So I all the time need to bring new tools, because I'm sometimes also very shaky and I'm like, what is this? Is this something coming back? But I'm too knowledgeable today, and too much resilience I built through the years, and emotional intelligence, so I can spot what to do with how I feel. And should I let it? Should I work on it? But it takes time. This is a skill. So it's like totally normal that I couldn't recover for years. And it was a spiritual challenge too, because at one point doctors were like, we can't help you anymore. And I'm like, yes, now I can apply 1,000 books that I've read, which was like a mess in my head. I took mentors who can sort on my information, because knowledge is not anything. Like, knowledge is very important, but if you don't sort it out by people who have results, you're gonna have a shit in your head. You're gonna be anxious. You're gonna be too egotistical, because you'll be, I know all of those things, what the fuck, why don't I know? Because your body is craving action. Your body is craving being humble around people who know, so you can apply. Your body is like a sponge and you should act on it. So it's always good to read, and if you can't change something, just to build up your knowledge base. It's not bad. if you're blocked in acting, you should be blocked. You should take somebody to help you unblock that. You shouldn't listen to like people who are like, what are you doing? You're lazy. I don't believe in laziness. I believe that like somebody doesn't understand how to make the results. I have to tell you, there are some fields in my life that I'm not satisfied. I think I have a huge excuse why not to start my own business. Like, and I'm going to work on that one. I'm just like getting to the base. Why? What is happening? Why is that happening? Because now I have years of not acting, and the momentum of not acting on my ideas is such a huge momentum. And now I need to break it down. I need to slow the momentum and then start working on it. So again, what I'm speaking about comes from a place with like a lot of like read materials about this. So that's why I approach the subject like this, because it's my biggest skill today. I mean, very big skill. But in general, I forgot what I also forgot what I want to say. So what the point of this video was like, in today's world, everybody can present them as like being very good what they do and just talk. They can't deliver. Those kinds of people are going to attack you if you're doing something right and good, and you maybe don't have diplomas which are printed, but you could have an easy one. Because from some systems, I don't even want to learn, because some systems, when I was sick, was fucking up my psychic even more. So I was a patient and I was my own like doctor, let's say like that. I was so desperate that I wanted to find a solution. I was not playing like a doctor. No, I was just like desperate. I was listening to everybody. Doctors, these guys, psychologists, everybody. I was just like a sponge. I'm just like, help me. And I saw what makes me feel worse. So the situations and people who make me feel worse, they didn't have knowledge. That's obvious. They couldn't deliver the results. So just listen to yourself. Also admit yourself when you're not listening to somebody who is a diamond, who you just found and can bring you results because has a lot of testimonials which are real, not marketed. I'm in marketing. I mean, you can market very cool videos with people who give testimonials, and that's the problem in today's age. You don't even know, if you don't know the person in person, not just online like this, you don't know if that is a mentor who is like a diamond or it's like this faker. So they're very close to each other. So it's very hard to recognize. If you came to this person, which is a diamond, you're lucky. But if you're here, it's good, because you're gonna see, don't stop trusting that they're quality people. It's like parallel realities. Like they're very close to each other, look alike, but totally different, coming from a totally different like energy fields. So don't get disappointed. This is happening for a reason. Failure is always happening for a reason. You need to sometimes learn what you don't want to experience, so you can value this person when it starts to talk about the strategies. You need to start to value this person because maybe of the whole failure, to start listening to the strategies this person is giving you, and you're gonna follow it to the dime. I'm telling you, after so many suffering, you're just so tired of being smart that you just listen, and that's great. So wherever you are, I just wanted to express that you should be there. Also, don't be afraid with this, what I said, like there was a time when I was attacked and it was all like, I was taking it on so bad because I was insecure and I was still building myself. But the worst thing is like I was trying to heal myself, so I was not like helping others. It was not like I was helping myself, so it was bringing me down so much, but it was a part of a challenge. Everything that happens outside of us is actually happening inside of us. So every person we meet, it's part of ourselves that we just met. That's how I started to live my life, and that I'm just so relaxed. Everything that comes my way, everything that happens, it's gonna be all right, maybe not, but it's part of me. It's part of me, so I have a control how I'm going to look at it. So I wish you an amazing day. Kisses from Germany. I'm in love with this makeup process. I'm just so crazy. By the way, did you know that these earrings were never never good on my face? So this is how we change also. And today I just like they fit me so good. I needed to buy them instantly because I remembered when I was a child, I tried to use these earrings and there was always like this because my ears were a little bit like this, and it didn't fit me, just looked very ugly on me. And today I'm just so grateful because I'm the same person and the same things today like fit me so beautiful. So see, we all change. So wherever you are, like, you just enjoy to be there because someday you're gonna change, and you're gonna be different. The things that were working for you won't work anymore, so just enjoy every single second and every single moment, and just be grateful that you are there, even if it's showing you what you don't want to experience. And never start trusting that, like, life, we're not created to suffer if we don't want to suffer. If we want to, we will. So it's a choice. I know it's a hard concept, but it really is. And if it takes you time to get from I must to a choice, it may be a few years in between. So don't push yourself. Like, if you don't like this video and it's very triggering for you, please shut it off. It's not like the time to listen to this. I'm not saying anything bad or wrong. Maybe I am, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm just sharing myself like very innocently. But if you feel triggered, don't do that to yourself. Like, unless you feel inside that you can handle it and it's good for you and it's feeding some good part of you. But don't push yourself. It's so many materials on like social media today, so just don't push yourself. Go with your intuition. Your intuition is going to lead you where you need to go, but you need to quiet and listen to yourself, because some voices are not intuition. It's nothing bad, but it's just like voices from our parents and the past and some old beliefs. So you need to quiet yourself and look at your demons, definitely, so you can recognize them when they come up. This is my past demon. I mean, something that I learned, it's not working right now, and I'm not going to act on this. That's how I actually recovered from like eating disorder. I was like needing to follow what my thought processes bring, and then like they produce the signals out of the habit that I'm hungry, and I was not hungry, I was just like getting fat. So yeah, like, I wish you an amazing day once again. I could go for years, but I won't. It's gonna stop right now, and mwah.